Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Riester's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan and Norm. Great to be back in the studio.
Yeah, getting chilly out there.
Yeah, you know, it's a little bit of winter time. They're talking about
December, boys.
A little snow maybe next week. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
we do.
You know,
the rest of the country's got clobbered. So
yeah.
Time.
Yeah, my daughter in Ohio had a school closing day yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So big news.
Dreaming of a white Hanukkah. There we go.
Yeah, and a white Christmas. So, you know, we thought we got done with elections and everyone went to vote and all that good stuff. But we're not done locally.
Yeah, these are the weirdest elections. I mean, first of all, they're very responsible positions, by the way. The fire commissioner and the water commissioner, those are serious jobs. But who knows who these people are?
And who knows that there are elections outside of those who, you know, maybe go into some random, you know, WhatsApp groups where they're talking about it, or they watch West Hempstead Echo.
I know the fire department has elections at the firehouse.
Yeah.
Where's the water election take
So the
place?
water election, let's take a step back. Both elections are December 9th. And I think both of them are between 6 and 9 p.m.
That's by law, right? On the second Tuesday.
Yeah. Again, these laws were written like 100 and whatever years ago, and I think they're still doing everything exactly the way they did it back then. You got the fire commissioner election is taking place at the firehouse, and the water commissioner election is taking place at the water district headquarters, which is at
where?
575 Birch Street, by the water towers.
Uh-huh.
And so for fire commissioner, the incumbent, William D'Alessandro, is running against the challenger, Jonathan Perot. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Was a presidential candidate.
It's spelled like the guy. No, it's spelled like the guy from the Agatha Christie books. So if that's what you're looking for.
All right, good. That's some useless information. But thank you.
Do we have any clue what their positions are on anything? I mean,
no, not at all. So again, D'Alessandro is the incumbent. I know Arthur Marks ran against him like 4 years ago. And again, I don't even know if they have permission, if they have positions, or if it's just they get elected because. You really don't hear enough about these things.
Right.
We should really, put it in our calendar for next year to interview these people, way before the elections and, get an idea of what they stand for. Because I have no clue.
Do we have any idea? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what a fire commissioner or a water commissioner does other than the fire commissioner uses water to put out fires. I don't know.
Right, Norm knows.
No, certainly the fire commissioner, they're overseeing budgets and the operation of the firehouse and the equipment that has to be purchased or maintained. There are major decisions to be made in order to keeping the infrastructure of the fire department working.
Yeah. So, and for the water commissioner, again, I'm not sure what they do, but it was Jason. I called the water district to find out what was going on because I couldn't find the information on their website, and actually. The information is there. You just kind of have to hunt for it, but the information is there. Jason Bell called me. Jason, if you recall, is the head of the West Hempstead Water District. Right. He was one of the first interviews we ever did, like way back when, so it was great to hear from him. He informed me that CJ Sparacchio is going to be running unopposed for the water commissioner. And Sparacchio has been with the Water District for the past 25 years and really is an insider, knows what's going on.
Right. So
again, what does he do?
These are the guys who are in charge of testing because they have to meet federal and state standards for water quality. They have to decide again on budgets because they're upgrading facilities all the time. New technology is coming in all the time. So the buck's got to stop somewhere, and these are the guys.
Yeah, and what's great is that the West Hempstead Water District is really it's run extremely well.
Yeah.
It's the one bill that like my hands don't shake, when I open it up, because there's like never any surprises.
Right, and half the town is jealous. Really.
Yeah, and then those who have Liberty Water, what a crap show. I mean,
Really?
that continues to be a disaster, where the costs of Liberty Water and the issues that you hear of Liberty Water throughout Nassau County are just pervasive. So we appreciate the West Hempstead Water District, and we appreciate all the efforts that Jason has been doing for us, and CJ Sparacchio. So again, if you got nothing to do December 9th outside of drive between the fire district and offices and the water district at night, go and vote.
Yeah, when you get there, ask for a tour.
Dan, can you guess what the percentage is
so I
of
was
people
say,
who vote?
Next week, look for another rant from me about voter turnout. If you think I'm bad about it during the school elections, if we get 200 or 300 people for each of these, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, nobody knows what you're voting for. I mean, what are you electing somebody for? We know what they do, but we don't know what their positions are.
Yeah, the turnout is probably, and I saw the numbers for last year, but it's like 10% and under of eligible voters who go for this. So, there you go.
Well, we got Parkway noise is a big deal.
If you live in the southern area of West Hempstead, and especially by the Dogwood side of things, and they got some beautiful houses like right up against the southern state.
Yep.
It sounds like a war zone. So
because they're racing down the highway, and with some of them without mufflers or modified mufflers.
Yeah, and a lot of areas, especially on the LIE, they got those big sound walls.
Yeah, we need that.
There's nothing on the southern state. So someone took to Nextdoor, the Nextdoor app. By the way, Nextdoor app is primarily crap. I mean, it's
By the way, it makes the Facebook discussions look like the Algonquin Round Table or McLaughlin. like Nextdoor is even more unhinged than the Facebook groups.
It's the worst. So, but I got this, note that someone was complaining about southern states, so I went to take a look. Of course, you go look at the comments, and you hear people that are really rattled by these sounds. And there was I think there was a law passed in New York State, the Sleep Act of 2021, where cops would be able to arrest people, or give them tickets. God forbid they should arrest them for these loud cars, as you pointed out, without mufflers. But they do nothing about it.
No,
I think this was Hochul's one of her first things that she had talked about. They don't pull over cars that go 120 miles an hour down the highway, let alone they're making noise. I mean, you could very easily put up sound detectors, and I'm sure the technology exists to do this.
Right. Yeah, but we know what the deal is. Like, there aren't enough cops out to police this, especially given how bad things have gotten. I mean, look, everybody says you get used to noises. Like, people used to live, when I was a kid in Brooklyn, you lived near the train tracks.
Oh, God.
People get used to this stuff. But on the flip side, like, unless the state comes up with all kinds of money to put those sound barriers up, this is not going away.
Yeah, and you know what? The LIE has different funding than the Southern State.
Well, it's an interstate. It's part of the federal system.
So I think that's why they get the big bucks to do these things. You don't really see a lot of these walls up on the Northern State Parkway or the Southern State.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that trucks are not allowed on those roads.
Yeah, but
the trucks make a huge amount of noise.
Yeah, trucks normally do. Yes, I agree with you. But these racing cars, forget about it.
And motorcycles.
Yeah, it's.
I hear them all the time.
We hear them over here. We're like 2 miles away from the highway. Right. But at night, you got your windows open. It sounds like the Indy 500. I mean, is it just crazy? It's a nutty community, I tell you.
Anybody get mugged this week?
No, you know what? I look at the police blotter, every week before we come on the air, see what's going on. Fortunately, I didn't see anything, specifically related to West Hempstead, usual crime and all that other stuff that goes on in Nassau County. But I did hear, and it was actually someone, who we know, whose car got jacked, and they took the catalytic converter.
That's happening all over.
And that's it's such a chronic issue. And how do you stop that? Because
they're expensive as hell.
What is it like? It's certainly over $1,000. No?
I don't even know how much, but
at one point I think they had actual platinum in there. Like the metals that are inside those things are so valuable, which is why people keep doing this.
Yeah,
well, there still must be, because they're taking them like crazy all over Queens.
Yeah, there has to be a way maybe to. I have no idea. It doesn't seem like you can really protect it.
I thought they welded in. What are they? They're cutting them out, right?
Yeah, they're probably just cutting out the pieces, and then when you go to the repair shop to get it repaired, guess what? They could offer you an aftermarket catalytic converter at a fraction of the price,
which is basically
it could be the
unit.
Stolen catalytic converter.
It's selling you back your parts.
And again, I'm not implying that any car mechanic around here is dealing with stolen properties, but like, what happens to all these things?
And how do you trace it? Really, you can't trace them.
You guys remember the club? The club that
the club on the wheel,
which by the way, the professionals just laugh at you. But maybe they got one for the catalytic converter too.
Yeah, then maybe there is a box, but I doubt it. You got to weld it on. It probably would cost more than if they just stole the catalytic converter. So I don't know. Get a dog. All right, time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wenger, owner and operator of Tiffany Dry Cleaners. We've made things even easier. Schedule a cleaning pickup just with one click on our new app or website. And don't forget, we offer free pickup, delivery right to your door. Tiffany Dry Cleaners gets it just right.
So, Norm, I was driving by Hempstead Avenue by Roosevelt, passing by Anshe, and yet again I see a bunch of people ripping up the sidewalk in front of the synagogue. What's going on over there?
So the new sidewalks are finished on the western side.
Yeah.
This is the eastern side in front of the synagogue. There are 2 ramps, handicap ramps.
Oh.
They didn't meet code. They were off by a couple of degrees or something. Anyway, the county asked they be replaced. They're being replaced today. By tomorrow, they'll be all done.
Will they be able to do the concrete in this cold weather? Or
Yeah,
is it,
absolutely. By tomorrow, it'll all be finished.
So this is now what, the 27th time that the sidewalk has been ripped up in front of...
And they're not done.
They're not done?
No, they're not done.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're as ugly as hell.
But I see that they did... they made the repairs from where the car went into the synagogue?
Yes, that's finished.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's completed, yeah. We got the insurance money came in. I don't know what happened to the kid who drove through the wall. But I'm sure he's driving a little bit more carefully now.
Yeah, let's hope so. And again, we have enough issues with distracted drivers and cars going into fill in the blank. So
yeah, he's lucky. He dodged the bullet because he could have easily taken somebody out.
So we're talking about Hempstead Avenue. Now let's go to the other side, to Nassau Boulevard. When you drive by Nassau Boulevard by the pool, by Echo Pool, you see that they're digging sort of like a trench along the kiddie pool, and they're doing all sorts of concrete work by the large pool. It looks like they're enhancing, restoring. It's great work. I'm excited.
Yeah, it is. It's great that they're taking care of the place because it's a great asset.
And before the show went live, I should have reached out to the pool to get more specifics. But it looks to me like they're actually expanding the size of the kiddie pool. So,
nice.
Not that I spend any time in there whatsoever.
I have. My grandson loves it.
God knows what you'd get in there.
Are they fixing the gym up while they're there?
I don't think you need any extra shots to go in the kiddie pool.
Yeah, so maybe the gym. They'll fix it. Maybe at the next national elections. Who knows what? The equipment there is from like the 1980s, right. And no.
Let's turn it into a museum or something.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be a great idea for the gym. So we have a lot of upcoming events. I mean, this is, after all, December, and we got Hanukkah coming up, and we got Christmas coming up. So the first, let's talk about the Civic Association and their tree and menorah lighting Sunday, December 7th, 2 to 5 p.m. at Halls Pond Park. That's always very exciting.
Yep, fun.
We had a great time last year, and I know, Dan, you were taking lots of pictures.
Yes, indeed. And in fact, I saw our good friend Neil Polanecki was posting some pictures. The I think it was the Lakeview Fire Department is getting the tree ready down there, and I imagine Rabbi Lieberman will be getting the menorah up soon if it isn't already. So the holiday season is here.
Yeah, are you going to be running on the truck for Santa this year, or you haven't even thought about that yet?
I mean, if they break down again, it should be good for our YouTube views. But we'll see. And Chabad is, by the way, going to be doing their big Hanukkah celebration the following as Monday, is it not Sunday?
Yeah, Monday.
Monday the 15th, 6:30 p.m. You can obviously have the trucks driving around West Hempstead with Hanukkah gelt and kids getting pictures and all sorts of things, and then down to Hall's Pond where there'll be latkes and all kinds of fun.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. They have the fire department puts the ladders up and they drop candy down the ladders. Last year, Dan's like he's on the stage and he's like, hey, go into the crowd, go get some footage, because I'm holding a camera for him. So I'm sitting there now. Also, I'm getting pelted with like chocolates, from, and he's like, no, it's okay, stay up there. I'm like, oh,
this is why I'm standing on the stage and I make somebody else go do it.
And then you see adults grabbing candy and beating these kids into the punch.
It's a good time had by all, and watching Rabbi Lieberman light the candles in the wind is always a classic event.
It's a miracle.
So the West Hempstead cheerleaders, they're putting on a winter wonderland Friday, December 20th. Between 6 to 7:30 p.m., and that's at the North Gym in the secondary school. There'll be food, games, arts and crafts, and it'll be a great night out for the family. Mm-hmm. And Norm, what do we have going on at the library?
So the library's got this technology thing that they do several times a year.
Yep.
It's really worth doing. If you have any issues with your phone or your computer, your tablet, bring it in. Bring it in with any software that you want to install, or if you can go online, I think at the library as well, you can install stuff.
Yep.
And bring your passwords because they do need that to help you.
Yeah, and then they can get in later. So that library tech night is going to be December 10th and 11th. So
yeah, it's in the evenings, right?
Yeah, so best if you can sign up before. They do take walk-ins, but I think it's better.
Reserve your spots because it's worth doing.
If you can register, again, not that I like to pick on the library, but I'm there all the time because I enjoy reading. At least I think I enjoy reading. But they put in all those lockers behind the reference desk. I think they're still empty. I mean, it was supposed to be full of things that you could rent out, and I'm not exactly sure.
You mean tools and toys?
Tools and toys and all sorts of interesting stuff.
It's a great program if they ever get it off the ground.
Yeah, I hope so. It's
maybe they could put some Riesterer stollen in there or something.
Yeah. So that would be great. That would be the busiest locker around. So you know what, we're getting up to the holiday season, and it's stollen time at Riesterers. There's no better product, food item that you can get than Riesterer stollen.
So my wife's in love with that cake. It's just amazing. I'm going to be sending it out to some friends for the holiday as a gift. And you can get it online, which is the great part.
Yeah, you can go to ourbakery.com and order 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound.
Yep.
Riesterers will ship nationwide. And it's super exciting. I mean, to me, it just means that the holidays are just around the corner.
Yep.
All right, so I think that'll do it for another edition of This Week in West Hempstead. Again, don't forget to go out and vote. Mark your calendars because, again, if everyone goes to vote, Dan will have nothing to rant about next week. And enjoy your week.
See you at the Water District.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Riester's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.